I got really lazy, so I'm filming up like on my bed. I go back to school tomorrow, and honestly, the thought of it just makes me sick. I really, really do not want to go back whatsoever. I don't really think I know anyone who wants to go back, really, and that's kind of sad. But I hate having to be around people I don't like. Like there's so many people in my school I just do not like because they're just not the type of people that like might be the type of people that I don't hang out with, or a lot of my people in my school are just really, really horrible, and just they kind of a lot of them think that if you're not really popular then somehow they're better than you, even though a lot of them are really shallow and cunty and homophobic. Can't forget homophobic. So I don't really see how that would make them better than me because I'm an okay person. I hate when teachers have favorites. It's really annoying, especially when they're like, if you do this certain thing, this will happen to you, like a punishment. And then their favorite student does it, and somehow that rule doesn't exist anymore. Or if it does, it's not. The punishment isn't as bad as someone who wasn't their favorite had done it. I also hate how so much money goes into certain departments and then none goes into other ones. Like, there could be, like, say, for no money whatsoever goes into the art department. The art classes, like paintbrushes, paints, no money whatsoever. But they would pay 500 quid to bring a bus, like bus loads of students to football matches. And I don't understand why they would do that because how is a football match educational? Art is a subject, football isn't. Like PE is a subject, but you actually do it yourself in PE. You don't watch someone else do it. So I don't understand why you would put loads of money into something that isn't actually a subject when you're supposed to be all about valuing learning. I also hate the bullying policies. Like they're like, no bullying. Bullying is bad. If you're being bullied, tell someone, and all these are said and said and said. And you're told to do them until you're actually being bullied, and nothing really gets done about it unless you're a favorite. So I think I think that's kind of I think that's really stupid, and I hate how they make say bullying such a big massive issue, and they say bullying leads to suicide, and sometimes it does, but they never tell you that sometimes you don't have to be bullied for it to lead to suicide. You could have depression, you could have anxiety, you could like self harm, you could have like some form of mental disorder, and you're not thought about them. You're not taught about them. So all of these things, people have them, like anxiety, eating disorder, stuff like that. They have them, but we're not taught about them. So unless you know a lot about them yourself by looking everything up yourself, or someone at home has told you about them, you're kind of like thinking to yourself like, oh my god, what is wrong with me? Why do I feel like this? And sometimes you can't just say to someone about it because it can be really, really hard to tell someone that you're not really happy and you have some sort of issue. Dress policies. I go to school with a uniform, so we don't like have a dress code or whatever. But I honestly think that our school cares more about whether we have a white sole on our shoes in our education. Like, you have to have black shoes, but they have to be all black. You can have a white sole. I don't really see what difference that makes as long as the shoes are black, which is it's really stupid, and I don't really see how it matters. And hair color. There has been nothing in our diaries where the rules are about hair colors, but you still get in trouble for them if you dye like a weird color from certain teachers. And there's probably going to be um real about it in the journal this year. I'd say there will be, but I don't really. And they say it's distracting to other students, but like no one cares. Like really, no one cares. No one finds it distracting. It just looks nice, and I just think they give out it because it's different and it's not professional. And they'd say to you, "Oh, what if you're representing the school?" Like, well, first off, I'm never going to be representing the school, and if I was, I would dye my hair. If 100% necessary, I would dye my hair back to a normal colour. Or you could just pick a good student who doesn't dye their hair different colours. I don't understand why that isn't a thing.